After months of knowing that the Overwatch League was set to send off its production to a third party for the upcoming 2022 season, we have finally gotten some leaks and information as to who is going to be in charge of that. The winners of the supposed bid, I guess you could say, is Dome Productions. This company will be in charge of producing and broadcasting the league's 5th season, and of course, all of this comes on the back foot of Activision Blizzard being set to be acquired by Microsoft, and when they made this decision, it was announced that all of the esports titles outside of World of Warcraft would be outsourced to different production teams. So ultimately, if you haven't been keeping up, that is the big reason why the Overwatch League is being produced and broadcasted by somebody else. It's just a basic decision that's happened with most of Activision Blizzard's titles. Kevin Hitt of the Esports Observer and SportsBusinessJournal.com was the guy to break this news about Dome Productions taking over for the Overwatch League, and this is actually the first Blizzard esport that Dome is going to be in charge of. They're not doing any of the others as of right now, and all of the other esports titles out there, they're being controlled by other teams, which makes this decision very interesting. I'm curious as to why the Overwatch League have decided to be the lone wolf, so to speak, because both ESL and Esports Engine are in charge of multiple big titles such as Hearthstone, StarCraft, Call of Duty, and Halo. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find that a bit peculiar that the Overwatch League is kind of going out of their way to be different, and I wonder if it's going to backfire on them or not. Obviously, it's way too early to tell, but that's just my initial thought process, that they again continue to be different no matter how much we want them to be like other titles. But who knows, maybe in this instance it'll actually really work out in their favor to be different, because Dome is actually a pretty reliable source and company overall. Let's give a quick background check, shall we? So Dome has been around the entertainment industry for around 30 years. They're based in Toronto, but also have a bunch of other amazing facilities located throughout all of North America, and they've worked with a lot of big name companies. That's like the big reason that people are excited about this move overall and consider it to be a W. Just to name some examples within their massive portfolio, they have worked with the MLB, NBA, NCAA, NHL, ESPN, Fox Sports, Oprah, Sportsnet, and TSN Sports. Needless to say, they've grown quite the reputation over the years as a very reliable source for all of your technology and production needs. And to that end, it's not entirely surprising given the fact that Dome Productions is kind of ran by Bell Media and Rogers Media, who are really big in the whole North American production scene. Additionally, Bell and Rogers run like one of the largest sports networks in Canada, and they're also one of the best providers of internet, cable, and phones and whatnot. So from end to end, they seem to be well liked, respected, and just solid with their services overall. I think the Overwatch League is going to see some massive benefits and improvements, as the production quality very well might be the best that it has ever been in its history. It might even surpass that of Season 1 and 2. Or, at the very least, it's definitely going to be a step up compared to what we've had the last few years in that whole scuffed online format we were always dealing with. Seasons 3 and 4 were really good overall for the production quality, considering all the disadvantages they were at, but there obviously were some problems here and there, where some games were kind of like borderline unwatchable at times. So hopefully moving towards Dome, we're going to fix those problems moving forward, whether we're in an online or LAN environment. Maybe, just maybe, we could even see the end of the whole NA production meme in the Overwatch League. That might be a big ask, but this is a very reliable source that they're going towards, so fingers crossed. But even with all this excitement and potential good news in the air, I still definitely have some questions / concerns about what this company can do, due to the simple fact that they don't have a ton of experience in esports in particular. From what I can tell, they've only worked with the NBA 2K League in the past, and that isn't all that reassuring, because most of their experience definitely comes from more of the IRL / traditional stuff, and that concerns me a little bit, because I feel like when we've taken the traditional sports approach in the past with the Overwatch League, it has just completely backfired. I feel like with producing esports, you kind of just have to have a different mindset overall compared to traditional sports. As much as I'd like the two to be similar, that's just not the case. Esports and gaming work differently overall at this type of stuff, so I hope that these guys are up for the task and that they can really make things work and understand what it takes to produce a good Overwatch esport event. Like I said, I'm not entirely concerned about seeing a potential increase in the overall quality. I think in terms of like the gameplay and all that stuff, they'll do just fine. But what about outside of that? Are they going to make it feel like an Overwatch event like we saw back in the day? Are they really going to focus in on the players the right way and the crowd? Are they going to give it that real esports feeling to it? That is the big question. That lack of true esports experience definitely does worry me, but at the same time, I do have some confidence in this group simply due to the fact that clearly a lot of big name companies and organizations out there find them trustworthy. If ESPN, basically all of Canada, and big sports orgs like the NHL swear by them, then maybe we should too. Maybe we should actually put our trust in them and not be too skeptical. And I mean, if I remember correctly, Bell, they're actually partnered up with the Toronto Defiant, so clearly they do have some interest and stake in the world of professional gaming, so maybe we're in better hands than I'm actually giving them credit for, and they actually know what they're doing, and they won't take some boomer approach. No matter what though, from here on out, our fate in terms of the production quality is in their hands. I'm not exactly sure how much they're in control of and what decisions they're going to make, but we can only pray that they do things right based off of the great resume that they're boasting currently. But yeah, that pretty much sums up my thoughts about Dome Productions being cited as the Overwatch League's third-party source to produce Season 5. I think that if I were to put a general consensus on this news, it's that it's pretty good overall and there's a lot of potential behind it. There's definitely some concerns here and there and some worries and whatnot, but I think that the general consensus is going to be that this is a good move that could definitely help increase the quality of the league. But now I turn things over to you. What are your thoughts about Dome Productions being cited as the third-party source for the Overwatch League's production this year? And let me know why you feel that way. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you want more Overwatch League news content just like this. And until next time, this is ATP, signing out. Peace.